something very strange just happened in the music world. Johnny Blue Skies, aka Sturgill Simpson, announced a new album by sending fans a physical letter in the mail. He said it was only going to be released on vinyl, CD, and cassette. Then he leaked the entire album on YouTube himself, where it pulled nearly 1 million streams in a week. This wasn't chaos, it was strategy. Who is Johnny Blue Skies and the Dark Clouds? It is Sturgill Simpson and his backing band. This is the second album that they have released together. This new album is called Mutiny After Midnight. It's a hedonistic dance funk record. Definitely some classic rock influence there as well. Sturgill Simpson's alias, which he took on after having a very successful career. He released 5 records and 2 bluegrass records under the Sturgill Simpson name, and decided that he was going to go with another name to what he claims to be so he could be less famous. Sturgill is an artist that always follows the beat of his own drummer, his own path. He never goes with what the industry wants, ever. This is the same man who went outside of the CMAs at Bridgestone Arena in Nashville and was busking his case open with his Grammy in there for his third album, The Sailor's Guide to Earth. So he never really follows the Nashville formula, which, funny enough, most of the artists that are beloved in Nashville today, whether it be Waylon Jennings, Johnny Cash, and the list goes on and on of all those classic outlaw acts, they were hated in their heyday by the industry, and now there's murals all over town of them. So Sturgill loves to buck trends. The fact that he sent a letter in the mail announcing this album gives you some kind of... It's myth building, I guess is what I would call it. It's myth building. And by announcing that it was only going to be a physical release is something very different than what is going on in the rest of the industry today when you look at many of the other major acts who are just trying to figure out how can we release music and how can we have it heard. Sturgill does not work within the music business industrial complex. He has built his own fan base, and they will follow him wherever he goes. So if he says, hey, this is only going to be a physical release, my prediction is this is going to be the best Sturgill album that we have, or Johnny Blue Skies album. Same difference. I took a chance to listen to the record. It sounds a lot different from his other stuff. I would compare it to a spiritual sequel to his 4th album, Sound and Fury, which is his rock album. Has a lot of dancey elements on there as well. What I love about him leaking this album is he said, I'm not going to stream it. And then 2 weeks before release, he decided to leak it himself. It was on, I think, the 1st of March or something like that. And the release date is on the 13th, which is today. So he really is just always doing his own thing and not really doing whatever the industry wants. He's building a lot of hype, and I think this will have the most amount of eyes and ears on any of the work that he's done yet. The record itself, the backing band is really good. They sound very jammy and they sound like they just got off the road. They sound road hot. I absolutely love it. Some of my favorite tracks are Stay On That. I think that's the name of that one. The opening track, Make America Fuck Again, which interestingly enough, Sturgill, I feel like always has things kind of coded. So yes, you think Make America Fuck Again, what does that mean in a philosophical sense? But it's also spelled F-U-K, which is, I believe, some kind of Chinese term for good fortune, which I found to be really interesting. I am very excited for this album. I think everything Sturgill does at this point is kind of symbolic when you look back on him opening that guitar case outside of the biggest night in country music, busking outside the venue where it was happening. That was his way of saying, fuck you. I don't need you. You need me. He's appreciated on a deeper level by fans in the same way that I would say Johnny Cash is. People who don't like country music like Johnny Cash, and I think that's similar for Sturgill as well, because his music really spans a lot of different genres. His first record was more of a straight country record. His second record was more of a cosmic country. Third record, more of a rock record. And then it just kind of goes on from there. But this, like I was saying earlier, is very much a spiritual sequel to Sound and Fury, which is personally, as of right now, my favorite Sturgill record. But that's ever changing. I'm just a huge fan of his no matter what. I want to talk about the physical only release strategy, which it's funny to think about it in terms of it being a fuck you to the industry, the music business industrial complex, when 15, 20 years ago, 25 years ago, that was the only way that you could get a record. It was like those day one sales were important, and people going out to buy the record were important. It's completely changed now. The Spotify and all of the major streamers are not in favor of the artists. You can make an argument for Tidal. They pay artists a little bit more. Their sound quality is a little bit better. But pretty much all the other platforms, artists are getting paid pennies on the dollar. I think it was strategy to negotiate for more of a cut, is what my guess is. And getting your album up to almost 1 million streams before the release. The other interesting thing that he did was he released the vinyl rip of the album. So it's one continuous track, just like it would be if you were playing the record, flipping it over. So in terms of him just releasing the record on YouTube, it's a way to say, fuck you, I can get 1 million streams without you guys. It doesn't matter. It's the fans that are what matters. And I feel also it was a way to say to the fans, hey, I love you guys. This is for you. Rip the album, download it, and then go buy a physical copy, which I definitely already have my physical copy. I'm sure you do as well if you're watching this, or you're trying to get your hands on one. There's been some reports of some distribution issues, because again, I don't know if it's just something to do with the logistics of a physical release like this not usually being a big thing, but vinyl is bigger now than it's been in a long time. And I feel like the kinds of fans, like we'll call them rock music fans, want to still own the physical media. It's important to them to be able to see the album artwork and actually support the artist. So what was Sturgill's game plan with this? I think it was just to say, fuck you. I don't need you. You need me. The real strategic takeaway from this is if you're an artist, you're also your own media company now. You are building hype for your release. And of course, Sturgill has a gigantic fan base. He can go to any arena in any market around the world and probably sell it out. Narrative is way more important than distribution is. The way that he's kind of built the mythology and excitement around this release, I don't think has been seen a long, long time, especially within the music business industrial complex. They're always late to ideas. The mythology of it is what truly builds the loyalty. Sending that letter in the mail and announcing that there's a new record is a really personal way to build that mythology and connect with fans on a different level. Direct fan relationships always will beat platform dependency. It's all about negotiation and leverage. And the key takeaway here is that the future belongs to artists that can control their own narrative. Keep on dreaming. I'll see you real soon.